Some of you are talking about, well, what's so unusual about that? I've seen water, and I've seen water made in these little cups, but what you haven't seen is the capacity to produce it totally off-grid, without electrical power, without electrical source. Suppose you were in a small village and you didn't have electrical wires and on-grid activity. How would you begin to now utilize the resources and unearth your wealth? And so we began to attack that area as our first challenge of how are we going to now bring water. Yes, maybe there are a few who are dealing with it on grid, plugging it in, but turning it, if I'm in Africa, being able to use total solar energy to now bring water to my village. But not only did we stop there as a part of our system, not only did we stop there, we said that's not enough for infrastructure, because that's what we do, is we bring infrastructure to the Kellogg's of the world, the Procter & Gamble's. We're involved in that process of unearthing the ideas and bringing supply chain ideas to how they can unearth their wealth, their brand. And we began to say not only is that necessary, but we're going to now have to be able to convert that which is one of the greatest losses of food preservation. That over 40% of food is wasted, and yet we're expecting a global famine in year 2025, 2030, some say. That we're wasting over 40% of our food from post-harvest to market. And we're wondering why food is being shipped around the world to starving people. But what if we can now help people in developing nations unearth their own wealth by bringing refrigeration and freezing instantly within a week in Nepal? While there's earthquake disasters, we could drop this box system in place for water and refrigeration in place. But we began to be challenged now. You can get refrigeration, but can you control it? Can it be within a range of variance for those who have medicines and those that have in restaurants facilities that have to have control within range of variance, because many of our people are skilled in Lean Six Sigma. How many of you know the language of Lean Six Sigma and talking total quality excellence of 99.9997 of excellence? And can we bring that type of excellence? Can we bring that type of excellence to the marketplace where we can deliver degrees of temperature, where it can be controllable? And so we challenge our engineers, and you're going to meet them in just a moment. Our engineers and our geniuses and our people from NASA that is a past part of our team, in birthing ideas of birthing the invisible to the physical, the impossible to the possible. You know, how many of you understand the language entropy? I don't want to, but how many of you understand that we may not be able to reverse entropy, but yet we saw Jesus reverse entropy. He brought life to death. Can we at least learn how to curb entropy? Can we stop the loss of waste? Can we stop that loss, reduce it to the most minimal form? And I share that with you for those of you who are very skeptical in the room and saying, well, where is this coming from? I've seen some of this before. But at the level that we're beginning to move in and the partnerships that we're gaining, and we're excited to get with there's a Desert Research Institute. I've been talking to a new made friend, partnering with ideas of how we can now partner thinking and thoughts. And that's what makes it so exciting to be a part of your community here, is that there are people that are thinking along that level with us of how we can do more with what has become common to think impossible. But when you begin to understand the basic concepts of religion and our relationship with Christ, physics, understanding belief. How many of you have heard of the Higgs boson particle? The Higgs boson particle. That according to one's belief be it unto you. That this field that can convert the invisible to physical This bridge. I met one gentleman here that's talking about a bridge. This bridge between the psychosoma, this bridge between the invisible hope to the physical manifestation of things. And that's why I'm so excited to be a part of the body of Christ, because we've been teaching it all along that nothing is impossible according to your belief. And now we're in a generation where we're seeking the greatest of innovators. We were looking for children that can think out of the box, be innovative, creative. And yet many of us are bound by logic, what has been done in the past. And we're saying, let's take our eyes off the past. Let's create a rear view mirror for it. But let it not be our windshield. And so I say to you, thank you for coming. Thank you for birthing what I believe is going to be the future. I believe the future is that it is going to be totally clean energy. I believe we can achieve that. I believe that we can have all of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. How many of you know the language? I think we can have all of the three sons contributing in a meaningful way to innovation and creativity. And I think in the past that the Hemetics have been a little slow and are taking responsibility for being in creativity other than music and maybe other forms of entertainment. We've been a little slow in stepping up to the plate. But I believe with sinners such as this,